What if they got a variant of Thanos, a good Thanos, and they help him?
I think we're gonna get Thanos variants in phase 4. Is that
a good
possible?
variant. I mean, you gotta think about it. There's a good version of Kang, so why not? Wouldn't there be a good lead? I talk about this every episode. We need a good version of Thanos. I swear. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of D and J podcast. Let's go. So, before we get into this, I kind of want to talk about the What If series. So, I mean, how interested were you? You know, before it came out, how interested were you in the series?
I was mildly interested.
Yeah, I was.
I wasn't. Nothing I was getting too excited about.
We were iffy about if we wanted to make a pod. That's why it took us so long to actually make this podcast, because we were a little iffy. But in fact, when the first episode came out, I wasn't even worried about it. I didn't even realize it came out until I saw a TikTok of it came out.
We weren't counting down like we were for the other series.
Yeah.
We weren't doing.
Yeah. But I watched the first episode. I'm like, okay, they're kind of on something here. I mean, they're getting into the multiverse. You know, this is dealing more into the multiverse.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, they're kind of on something here. This is kind of cool with the Captain Carter instead of Steve Rogers. That was awesome.
Carter, Captain Britain, and she's like a lot more powerful than I feel like Captain America was. She was just. I know it's animated, but somebody online was saying that because she was already trained up before the serum enhanced her, and like Steve Rogers was like this 90-pound guy, so
yeah,
she was kicking ass and taking names. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed seeing that spin on it.
Yeah. But you know, we're starting on the second episode, but
yeah,
it was still kind of cool how we're seeing like an alternate, because we want to know like what would happen if Thanos would have lost in Infinity War or something like that. Hopefully we get an episode on that, but it's cool, actually seeing Marvel creating these and seeing the actors voice their characters for some of them.
Love hearing the familiar voices, especially good Thanos.
Oh my gosh, I've been saying it.
Good Thanos.
I've been saying it.
He called it.
I've been calling that since Loki
months ago.
Yeah. So let's get into the episode. What if TChalla became Star-Lord and it wasn't Peter Quill?
Yeah.
Another spring of the multiverse.
Yeah, when I first read the title, I was like, "What is?"
Yeah, I knew Black Panther was going to be in the second episode. I just didn't know
how
what was going to happen. Yeah. But it starts off with like the Watcher. We're going to get on every episode, and I'm not sure if you noticed this, but the stars in there are all the colors of the Infinity Stone.
Not until you pointed it out. But
there's not any there's not any other colors besides blue, purple, red, green, yellow, and orange. So that's a really cool, little cool Easter egg. And Star-Lord, and it kind of gets with the Guardians of the Galaxy. You want to pinch in a little bit, but it starts off like with the Guardians of the Galaxy, and he's trying to steal the Power Stone, except it's T'Challa.
T'Challa, yeah.
It's not Peter Quill. So it's
I was confused. I should have it's in the name. It's T'Challa. I was like, Black Panther in outer space, but he's not Black Panther at all. He gets taken as a kid, like Peter Quill did, and they took the wrong kid on accident. And
they're trying to get
Yondu and his boys took the wrong kid.
Yeah, T'Challa. Well, let's see. Yeah, he escapes. He escapes, or he doesn't really escape. He's just kind of going exploring out of Wakanda.
He's just wondrous. Yeah, he's always looking beyond.
And that's when he gets stolen from Yondu, which they're actually trying to get Peter Quill, which is that's hilarious.
I like the twist. It's enjoyable. It's enjoyable. It's fun to watch T'Challa play the Star-Lord part, especially when he's fighting with the Kree, the Ronin's guy.
And Yondu just whistles, kills everyone.
Yeah, he's Yondu's like the biggest. Really cool. He's like the biggest fanboy ever.
So I'm not sure. A little off topic a little bit, but I'm not sure if you guys see the new Suicide Squad. It has a lot of the Marvel actors in the new Suicide Squad movie. I absolutely hated the new Suicide movie. I only got like 30 minutes into it, but it has Yondu's in it. I mean, it's not Yondu, but it's Yondu.
Playing a different character.
I think the Weasel guy. I think he was also in the Guardians of the Galaxy. I forgot what his name was. I think he's the one that, right after Yondu died, he gets the little thing.
Oh,
so
he's the new leader.
Yeah, that guy. Which I wonder if we're gonna see more in that guy.
We might.
Kind of in the actual, maybe the next Guardians of the Galaxy. Who else? There's a couple other people that were in the Marvel movies that went over to Suicide Squad.
I don't know what DC's doing.
Yeah.
I texted him the other night to see if he'd watched Suicide Squad, and he's like, "I didn't make it through 30 minutes." I'm like, "Okay, that's good enough for me." So I didn't watch it, but I'll take his word for it. We have the same taste, so
yeah. So let's get back into the what if. They're celebrating for getting the power stone orb thing.
Yeah.
And this is when we find out good Thanos. Good Thanos. That's crazy because I've been saying it. We need a good Thanos and we got him.
It was a perfect peppering of good Thanos. You know what I mean? And he's still talking about the genocide, and he's trying to pitch it throughout the show. It's like a little running joke,
but he's saying T'Challa basically talked him out of it.
Yeah, he's like T'Challa's like this world saver. He's the opposite of what Quill would have been, and Yondu and them are the opposite too because they went legit and they're good and they try to help and save people, which was weird to see him playing good guys.
But I remember just seeing his huge arm go around the guy, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I called it. And I texted him like,
Thanos
yo, watch.
in.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, watch this. This is crazy. As soon as I saw that.
It was crazy. It was great.
But we also see Nebula, and Nebula is actually Thanos' main daughter, you know?
Yeah, I like seeing Nebula in this autonomous role where she's got the whole plan of how they're gonna. What are they gonna do?
They're gonna steal the Ember of Genocide.
Ember of Genocide to save worlds. Yeah, it's
like
a special plant thing.
Yeah, so this is when they're talking about the heist that they're gonna do, and you know what I like about these episodes is they're only like 30 minutes. It reminds me of the Clone Wars of Star Wars. You know, they're not the length of an actual episode. They're not like 40 to 50 minutes.
So, yeah,
they're like 30 minutes.
It's quick and to the point.
Yeah, that's what I like. I like these episodes, and there's gonna be 9 of them, right?
9 or 10.
9. But yeah, they're trying to steal this. We find out that the collector is the person that has it, and in the movies, the collector's it's mainly his people that are good, but the collector is actually really powerful.
He's just a badass.
I mean, not really powerful, but he's bigger, more than what he was in the movies. So
yeah, much more powerful than he was in the movies. I like seeing that different aspect of him too.
Yeah, it's also cool of seeing, Thanos' henchmen.
Yeah,
they're all on the collector's side too, so it's kind of crazy.
And they take Thanos down. That was weird to see.
I feel like they kind of what's the word? They kind of what do you say when he's not as good? They're not as good as they should be.
Right.
Nerfed him? Yeah, they nerfed him. I feel like they kind of nerfed Thanos. I mean, he should be absolutely destroying.
Yeah, it's a weird take. I like seeing the dialogue, but it was weird seeing him get beat up because I love Thanos.
And when we get to the nowhere, it's nowhere where they're at.
The ancient celestial's head.
Yeah, he has all sorts of prisoners from different planets. He even has a dog.
He's got Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck.
Which we've seen him in one of the Guardians
he was in the same part. He was captured by the collector.
That's right.
What is Howard the Duck really? Do you know? What does he do?
He's part of the Marvel comics. I never read him or anything. But there was a movie in the 80s called Howard the Duck that was pretty cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that something to do with Marvel?
Not really.
Oh, so it was kind of.
It was like a movie, but you didn't know it was like a comic book movie unless you read the comics.
Oh.
Otherwise, you just thought it was like a movie that just came out.
Okay.
That's how I took it.
So this is when T'Challa finds the Wakandan ship, and he figures out that Yondu actually. Yondu told him that
His
Wakanda.
beats start lighting up.
Yeah. Yondu. Oh wait. What is it? Yeah, okay, so Yondu tells T'Challa that Wakanda was destroyed and stuff, and
so he never wanted to go back home so they can continue exploring the universe.
Yeah. And then there's a video of his dad being old, and they're trying to find him still. So that's when T'Challa. I want to say Black Panther, but it's not. It's not
Black Panther. It's T'Challa. Baba. He keeps saying Baba.
Yeah, that's when T'Challa, Star-Lord, figures out that Wakanda wasn't actually destroyed, and they get in a fight, Yondu and T'Challa. But I mean, he kind of makes his shot and says, what does he exactly say to? He says something, but
he's like, "You're not my family. My real family's back home."
Yeah, and then Yondu says something that actually made sense.
Oh, and he goes, "You don't have a home. You're an explorer like me." He's like, "You're just like me, T'Challa." What he would say to Quill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they fight. You know, they get back, and then T'Challa, Yondu versus the Collector, and the Collector is just absolutely beating their asses until they come up with a plan.
He's kicking ass.
It's so cool seeing the Collector with the what's her name? Yelena?
Hela. Hela's from Asgard.
Oh yeah, Yelena's whatever her name is, but Helen.
You're thinking of Black Widow.
Yeah. And then she has that weird looking helmet thing that I never liked. I remember telling him, "Oh, I hate that helmet. It looks so stupid."
It's weird. It's too big.
Yeah, and he's able to pull those those sharp things and throws them at him.
Freaking laser swords, daggers. Yeah. Those were crazy. Yeah, it was a fun episode.
It was really cool.
It's yeah.
It makes me want to go back and watch the Loki series again.
I want to rewatch Loki, and I've rewatched WandaVision.
I've seen it 2 times too.
There's a lot that you miss.
I do need to watch Falcon and Winter Soldier again too, but anyways, they go back to Wakanda. They win the fight, and they go back to Wakanda. End of episode.
He's welcomed back with open arms.
Yeah, and then Ego visits Peter, and he's working at Dairy Queen.
Quill's mopping the floor at DQ. Ego shows up. So I don't think we're going to see anything with that. It's just a cool ending. I like it. What if it's entertaining? I feel like it's I don't want to say it's like a gap till we get to Eternals and Hawkeye series and stuff like that. But
watch my reaction to the trailer, by the way.
Yes, good stuff
on D&J. But yeah, that's what if is it's really exceeded my expectations on it. So I'm actually really excited for the 3rd episode. I'm like,
exceeded my expectations, but I'm not blown away.
I'm not. Yeah,
it's good. It's good for some entertainment.
Yeah, I've been trying to put something in between the Hawkeye series and Spider-Man, which we still haven't got the dang trailer from.
If you've watched all the movies like we have multiple times through and back, it's good to see. It's good to see these characters as different storylines, different versions, different multiverses, different. Yeah, it's cool to see that.
Yeah, guys, go watch all of our other videos. I'm not sure if you guys could kind of see it. It's a little up there, but I got my Stranger Things video. It has 124 views.
Bam.
And I don't know what it is about Stranger Things right now, but
Stranger Things is hot right now.
It's popping.
We want season 4 bad.
We are waiting for season 4, and they should be wrapping up filming soon.
Season 4 of Stranger Things. We wanted a damn Spider-Man trailer. Come on.
So okay, Spider-Man trailer. Do you want to film an episode? Or I know they're gonna with Stranger Things. They're gonna release them. They're just gonna release all the episodes. They're not gonna go week by week. So do you want to do every episode or something, or do you just want to do?
I'd love to do every episode.
Or do you want to just like a series? Whole series.
I think we should go episode by episode.
I think so too.
And we could always do a series recap too. Possibilities are endless.
Yeah, and that should probably come out spring. I don't know though. We haven't really it said 2022. So
2022.
So
less than a year.
Yeah, probably spring. I say probably when Doctor Strange comes out. Because when does Doctor Strange come out? March
of 22.
I think probably about the time Doctor Strange comes out is the time we should be seeing Stranger Things season 4.
So we're gonna be busy. That's gonna be a fun time.
All right.
Right now it's a little slow, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll see you guys next week with episode 3. I think that has something to do with Iron Man. I think
it's
so.
Gonna be cool.
Yeah. So I'll see you guys then.
Bye.
Bye.